D2, and you're watching a hands-on video with this new flagship from the Chinese manufacturer. The Huawei Ascend D2 is a quad-core device with a full HD display. Surely that's enough to make it stand out from the crowd. However, at CES 2013, a lot of these devices have been released, well, two others. So what's so special about the Huawei Ascend D2? Well, to kick things off, its design is quite different to the others. It's not the thinnest out there, and it isn't quite as classical as the Sony Xperia Z, for example. It looks markedly iPhone-esque, but it's got a 5-inch display, as we've mentioned, and therefore that makes it extremely large by comparison. It does, however, have a very curved ergonomic backing and fits comfortably in the hand. And silver banding around the outside, as we mentioned, does remind us ever so slightly of an iPhone. However, it isn't quite as high gloss as metal. Down below is a 3.5mm headphone jack and a loudspeaker. To the left-hand side there are no buttons whatsoever. On the right is a power button and a volume rocker. Up at the top is a micro USB port and a micro SIM eject tray. The screen itself is pretty fantastic. It's a super IPS panel. If we zoom in a little bit, apologies for the jerky camera, you might be able to gauge just how beautifully crisp it is. It isn't the smoothest out there, we have to admit, in terms of frame rate, refresh rate. However, that might come down to it being an early version. The Huawei Ascend D2 packs Android 4.1 with Huawei's UI thrown on top of it. Now, this is the most drastic overlay we've seen over Android. There isn't even an apps drawer. Instead, we've got just all our applications on home screens, and we can add folders and add applications to folders. So if we press the plus, this is the only way we get to see all our applications, which is quite a huge leap for Huawei to take. It also has this disappearing bar at the bottom to make full use of your screen. If you want the bar to come back, just swipe up. Many might find this irksome as it adds another process to interacting with your phone. As far as the processor and internals go, there's 2GB of RAM and a quad-core processor, and it's a 1.5 GHz processor, K3V2, from Huawei themselves, so they made their own chip. On the reverse is a 13-megapixel camera, which is Sony's sensor, and all in all, we'd say we're quite impressed. The things that really stand out about the phone are the weatherproofing, so it's water and dust resistant, as is the Sony Xperia Z, for example, but this also has 32GB of onboard memory, as well as a giant 3000 milliamp battery. So that's been Basil with a quick hands-on with the Huawei Ascend D2. First impressions? It could go either way. Stay tuned to Know Your Mobile, where we'll give you a full review coming soon. Thanks for watching.